Hello, my dear students. Very good evening to one and all. Am I audible to you? So, I, Varsha, welcome you all in this session. So, this is your first session of food science, right? Students who want to prepare for FSSAI Central Food Safety Officer and Technical Officer has taken admission in this session, and this is your first session where we are going to discuss the syllabus, right? Let us know about the syllabus first so that it would be very easy for you guys to get the things on time or get the essence in which topic what the things you have to learn. So let us discuss the syllabus here. Am I audible? Yes, Inba, Jyoti, am I audible to you? Let all of the students get connected first. After that, we will start our session smoothly. Okay. Arya, Abhinya, Shruti, Muskan. Yes. As you may know that there are two faculties appointed for the food science session. I will deal your microbiology and biochemistry session, and Ume ma'am will cover the session related like food preservation and processing and food analysis and testing. So I'm here to discuss syllabus. Let us start our session. Wait, I'm sharing the presentation related to food science syllabus. Just a second. If you have any query related to syllabus, you can ask here, or if you have any query related to topic which we will start from tomorrow, you can directly clear in the session only, or I'll create a separate group where you will discuss your doubt with each other also. Okay, so here is the presentation. Yes, you will. Yeah, that's why today we just plan a introductory session so that your all basic doubts will be clear here. Yeah, you will get the recording of all the sessions in 24 to 48 hours, and the class PPT will be shared to you immediately after the class. Okay, so that you can revise and you can prepare the notes related to the topic discussed here. So, is it presentation visible to you? Is it presentation visible to you? Let us start. This wait, where is the presentation? Wait a second. This is the first session, maybe that's why we are facing some issues today only. From tomorrow, everything will go smoothly. Now, is it visible to you? Say what I'm writing here. Are you able to read this or not? Visible or not? Let us discuss the syllabus first. So the section or the portion which will be dealt by me will be food chemistry and food microbiology. Means the problems caused by the microorganisms to our health, or we can say beneficial microorganisms, and what are the types of microorganisms, the problems associated with them. All these things will be covered in the session, that is microbiology, food microbiology. So let us discuss the whole syllabus point by point, and let me clear you one thing. In the exam of Central Food Safety Officer and Technical Officer, this particular session will cover your 20 questions. That means one question will be of 4 marks, 20 question will be of 80 marks. Okay, so let us discuss the session. Am I audible and the screen is visible to you or not? Let us clear all the doubts. Okay, the time given, the time of class is given as 4:30. No, I had asked to the team to correct it. The time for the class is 5:30 to 6:30, right? The time for class is 5:30 to 6:30. If there is any problem, or it may be edited, or if not, I'll ask the team to edit. Let us start now. So this is your content. First one is structure and function of micronutrients. Before starting the session, first we will discuss what are micronutrients and what are micronutrients and what are macronutrients, depending upon the role they play in your nutrition. Okay, and depending upon the function they do in your metabolic reactions and other body functions. nutrients present are divided into two category. One is micronutrient and another one is micronutrient. So the question is asked from this particular topic is like, which of the following is a energy giving food? So what you have to answer, you will answer carbohydrate, right? Carbohydrates are called as energy giving food. They give you instant energy. The question related to this topic is which of the following food is considered as energy giving food? So you will answer carbohydrate, right? So in this particular topic, we will discuss the structure of micro and macronutrients, like the carbon chain they have, like the representation, like the number of atoms or the components of a particular nutrient. For example, the question asked is, what are the main components of carbohydrate? If the question is asked is, what are the main components of carbohydrates, and the option given would be carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen, sulfur, and nitrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. What will you answer? You will answer, obviously, you will answer carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Why? Because you know the structure of nutrient. You had covered the syllabus, and when from tomorrow onwards we are going to discuss all the things. We are going to discuss the structure of nutrients, the function they play in your diet. Let's say when we discuss about carbohydrate majorly cover main functions done by carbohydrates are energy giving, like cellulose content we intake from our diet. They give us energy to do work. How the metabolic processes are carried out in our body, all these things will be discussed here only. And next topic is role of macro and micronutrients. What are the main roles? Like when we talk about vitamins and minerals, I'm just discussing the syllabus today. We are discussing the syllabus today. From tomorrow onwards, we just pick a topic one by one and discuss, and all the notes will be shared to you here and in the Telegram group, which is created for you, which will be created for you guys, so that you can interact with each other and you can clear all your doubts, right? Today is an introductory session where we are going to discuss all the topics, and where we are going to discuss which particular section will be covered in that particular topic, right? This today's session is only or completely related with the discussion section. I'm here to clear all your doubts. Basic queries will be cleared here. So whatever query you people are facing regarding the syllabus, or regarding the exam pattern, or about the questions, about the type of questions, all these things will be covered in today's session. Ask your queries or doubts, right? So about the nutrient, about the macronutrient, about the micronutrient, what are the functions they play, what are the structure they are consist of, what are their major components, and what kind of role they play in your diet or in your metabolic growth, development, reproduction, even though all these things will be covered from tomorrow onwards, right? Is it point clear? Huh? We don't take cellulose. Yes, we don't take cellulose. We take it after it will be cooked, right? Cellulose is a structural polysaccharide, Muskan. Cellulose is a structural polysaccharide which is important and which play an important role in the formation of cell wall of all the plant cells. We take starch, right? And starch is a food component which is prepared by plants itself. All these things will be discussed from tomorrow. We don't take cellulose. We we take cellulose, no, we take starch, and that is digested by enzymes, or all the enzymes related to this will be discussed in going in upcoming sessions only. Okay. Yeah, it was maybe by mistake. I just want to mention starch. Okay, cellulose. Earlier human beings also eat raw vegetables, and raw vegetables have cellulose content in them. So this is the basic or historical things, maybe we can say that, right? Now let us discuss the next point, that is overview of food additives with respect to their technological functions. In this session, we will discuss about food additives. What are food additives? What are the major categories of food additives? Like food additives are basically divided into 12 categories. One is antioxidants. We discuss about anti-leavening agents. We discuss about food preservators, food preservations. We discuss about sugaring, salting, heating. All these are food additives. What are food additives? They are non-nutritional components. Please listen the definition of food additives very carefully. Right, when we talk about food preservatives, these are one of the component of food additives. Food additives are non-nutritional substances or the non-nutritional chemical substances which are added to a particular food item so that the particular food item will have a different flavor, will have a different taste, and they, please note down, they do not add any nutritional value to the food component. They are just added to give a particular flavor, a particular smell, or a particular taste, so the food item will appear edible to the kids or a particular age group. Let's say we drink milk, we can drink milk normally, we haven't any issue in that, but for the kids we just add bonvita in it, we just add some flavoring agents like badam shake or every or anything like that. Why? So that the milk will appear flavor, so that milk will have a different flavor, and kids will pleasing, kids can easily consume it. Okay, so all these things related to food additives and their technological functions. I'm saying, I'm talking you about the kind of food additives. I'm saying that there are total 12 kind of food additives like chelating agent, anti-caking agent, anti-leavening agent, food preservatives, even though antioxidant. So every food additive has a different function. Like we can use salt as a food additive in case of in case we want to marinate our meat. Like we can use sugar as a food additive or a preservative in case we want to preserve our jam jellies. So every particular additive have every particular function related to the food on in which you are adding it. Okay, so depending upon the food, you have to use a different additive. By use of, yes Chandra, I'm saying this, we are using some chemicals intentionally, means by our own wish, so that the flavor and taste of a particular food item will be increased. But they did not influence the they will not influence the nutrition value of the food component to which they are to which we are adding them. Right, they will not influence the nutritional value. To improve the nutritional value, what we add, they will be categorized in different category. Is it clear to you? Okay, is that 3 points mentioned here are clear to you? Yes, let us move to other points. So these are topics, even though okay. Unconditional additives, yeah. Sunil Single Reddy, unconditional or unintentional additives which are present in the food, they are anti-nutritional factors, which is a separate topic to be discussed for the particular exam. Like oxalates are present in food, like oxalates are present in spinach, tomato. What they do, they just whenever you consume raw spinach or raw tomato, or whenever, even though you consume high amount of spinach and tomato in your daily diets, what will happen, this oxalate will interfere with or do chemical reaction with calcium present in your in your food diets, and form calcium oxalate. And what that calcium oxalate will do, it will result in kidney stones or renal stones, means it will cause problem to your kidney, and in later stages it will lead to renal failure also. So these are anti-nutritional factors or unintentional additives which are present in some food item. And one of the other example of an unintentional food additive is trypsin inhibitors. Trypsin inhibitor is present in sugar in soya beans, right? Why we consume soybean? Soybean is a highly nutritional diet. Soybean are protein rich diet, right? For the people who who uh, do not consume, or who are vegetarian, purely vegetarian, they consume soybean to build, or to fulfill their requirements of proteins, right? Protein have a trypsin inhibitor present in them. ठीक है? How you can remove that trypsin inhibitor from the diet of soybean? How? You can simply germinate that, you can simply sprout them, you can simply boil them. So after boiling, or after sprouting, or after heating, what will happen? The trypsin inhibitor, which is a anti-nutritional factor, which is a unintentional food additive present in soybean, will be eliminated from soybean. Is it point clear to you? Yes. Yeah. High content of protein is in soybean. Okay. Now is it point clear to you what is the meaning of unintentional additives, or what are unintentional additive? I have given some examples to you. Yeah. Yeah, salt is a food additive. Salt is added to some food, like you don't like to consume vegetables prepared at your home without salt. You will not feel any flavor, or you will not feel any taste if you forgot to add salt in the food, right? So salt is added in the food. First thing, it will also do a nutrient, it will also add nutrient to your body. Like it will if you consume salt rich diet, you will not face problem like deficiency or goiter problem, you will not face, right? Because from salt you will get iodine, or iodine is an important component which is important for the healthy functioning of your thyroid gland, right? So salt is also added in your diet as food additive. Okay, so let us discuss other points or other syllabus points. Next is overview of, yes, this is the next point. All these things are mentioned in the syllabus, given by FSSAI in the notification. So I am just briefing the syllabus today, so that from tomorrow, when we will start our topic, when we will start discussing our topics, it would be very easy for you guys to take the brief, or you will get the introductory information today, so it would be very easy for you to get the main information from tomorrow onwards. Okay, the overview of anti-nutritional factors and their removal from food. How these anti-nutritional factors, which are unintentionally added to the food component, how these anti-nutritional factors can be removed from your diet, and what is the need to remove these anti-nutritional factors from your diet, from your food. Why, or what is the need to remove anti-nutritional factor from these food? Can you answer this question to me? Say yes or no and answer the question quickly. How can it be added if it is providing nutritive substances? They are added. How it can be added? No, Shruti, these anti-nutritional factors are unintentionally present in the food crop itself. These anti-nutritional factors are unintentionally, you are not there to add these products in the food item, they are unintentionally present there. These non-nutritive or anti-nutritional factors are present in the crop. Hmm. More chemicals, non-nutritional, and cause side effects. What I had asked you and what kind of questions you are. I'm talking about salt. Salt is a nutritive component, Shruti. Salt is a nutritive component. I just said ki food additives. There are 12 categories of food additives, and one of the category is food preservatives. Okay, and salt is a food preservative. Salt is added to pickle so that pickle shelf life would be increased. Salt is added to marinate meat or chicken or the non-veg products. Okay, non-veg to marinate the non-veg, salt is added in the meat or chicken, we can say. So salt is a nutritive component in one sense, and salt is a flavoring agent in another sense. right? Why is the need to remove salt from a food component? Because even though anti-nutritional factors, they reduce absorption of other nutrient, yes, like when we talk about IP6, when we talk about IP6, or when we talk about phytates, this will be discussed in later sessions. Very good, Sunil, this will be discussed in later sessions. Yeah, these are unhealthy, these can cause health hazards, and these can interfere with the absorption of important nutrients in your diet. So, if you had asked a question, if the options given are like why and what is the need to remove these anti-nutritional factors from your diet, you have to answer like that, because they are interfering with the absorption of important nutrients, because they are causing health hazards, and because they are decreasing the shelf life of the food component. And another option is because they have no nutrition at all. Yes, they have no nutrition at all. Yes, and they can cause ADH, means anti-diuretic related hormone related problem, even though they can cause other organ failure also. They can cause organ failure also. They can cause side effects. They can cause mental stress, and they can cause interference with the absorption of important nutrients also. So these are some problems one can face if these anti-nutritional factors will not be removed from the your food components or diet. And what are the ways we can use to remove these anti-nutritional factors from our food? Like we eat cooked food. Okay, we eat cooked food, roasted food. Why? Because after cooking, this anti-nutritional factors will automatically or definitely will be reduced, will be eliminated from your food diet. Okay, it will formulate with nutritional content and disrupt, yes, they can disrupt your water absorption, and they can even though formulate with nutritional content also. Yeah, that's why that's why in some cases we prefer processed food, but not in all cases. In the food items where there is chances of major occurrence of anti-nutritional factors, what we prefer processed food items, so that these anti-nutritional factors will be removed from them. Okay, now let us discuss the next point, overview of enzymes as food processing aids. What are enzymes? What are enzymes? Enzymes are biocatalysts. They are important in a reaction to carry out the reaction very smoothly. They can alter the rate of reaction in positive way or in negative way also. Right? We have a lot of categories in which we discuss about all the enzymes. Like we discuss about oxidoreductase enzyme, we discuss ligase enzyme, we discuss lysase enzyme, transferase enzyme, isomerase enzyme. All these are categories of enzyme, right? But here is the topic that will be asked in exam is overview of enzyme as food processing aids. Means to say how these enzymes can help to develop the food components which are produced on large scale for the development or for the fulfillment of the diets of large population. So how these enzymes can be used as food processing aids. For example, we discuss about amylase enzyme. There are two types of amylase enzyme, alpha amylase enzyme and beta amylase enzyme, on the basis of which they are categorized into like endoenzyme and exoenzyme. We discuss about lactase enzyme. We discuss about zymase enzyme. All these things will be discussed in this particular section. Today we are just giving a overview of the syllabus, so that from tomorrow when your all classes will be in a regulated way, it would be very easy for you to get the complete topic in one way. Okay, in one go you will get all the things, right? Yeah, when we talk about enzymes, they are proteinaceous in nature. Proteinaceous in nature. We will discuss even about coenzymes. What are cofactors? What are coenzyme? What are apoenzymes? What are holoenzymes? All these things will be discussed in a particular topic, that is enzyme as food processing aids. So we have food processing industries. We have many processed products, like we consume alcoholic drink. We have alcoholic drinks. We eat bakery products. and we consume cold drinks, even we consume carbonated drinks, we have cheese, yogurt, curd, all these are processed food. For the processing of all these foods, we need or some microorganisms, beneficial microorganisms act on the food item, and to carry out the processes very smoothly or to increase the rate of reaction, what we apply, we use catalyst, biocatalyst. What these biocatalysts do, they just alter the rate of the reaction without actually consume themselves in the reaction. Okay, what they actually do, they just increase the rate of the reaction, and we can extract them out after the whole reaction will be completed in the same way as they were applied in initially. Okay, enzyme are the components which are given to a reaction to carry out this reaction very smoothly without actual consumption of the enzymes. Hmm. Yeah, some processed food also contain the anti-nutritional factors. uh, this question is asked by Muskan. Very good question. Actually, what the thing is, these are food adulterants. Okay, Muskan, these are food adulterants. Some industrialist or the person who have an industry which is related, which work on the production of processed food items, to minimize the cost, they to minimize their cost, or if at the time of festival season, what they simply do, they add the food adulterant in them, like in vegetable oil, or you can say like in ghee. Okay, like in ghee they add animal fat, they add vegetable oils, or even though they can add trans fats. Why? Because they want production of that particular product in large amount, but they haven't raw material. Yeah, vanaspati ghee. And when we talk about even though mustard oil, in the mustard oil, what they do, they add argemone seeds. So these are for the particular thing you are asking, we use the term food adulterants. They are food adulterants, not anti-nutritional factors. Anti-nutritional factor is a separate concept, food adulterants is a separate concept, and nutraceutical is a next topic. Lesser meat is for green color substance. What is the difference, ma'am? Yeah, Muskan, the difference is anti-nutritional factors are unintentionally, or they present in the food item, they are available in the food crop itself. You are not responsible for their presence. They are present from the day they germinate, from the day the fruit crop is grown. Okay, whereas when we talk about food adulterants, they are intentionally added by the person who is dealing with the particular processed industry, so that he will get maximum output with minimum input or minimum investment. But both the things have health hazards. You as a central food safety officer, you as a technical officer have a job to identify the person who is playing with the health of the common people. Okay, this is your role. This is your role to identify the problem one is causing in the main food product, so that he will get maximum benefit. This is your duty. Now, why plant have these factors? Very good point, Anmol Verma. Very good point. Why plant have these factors? Plant also have attack from microorganisms. Plant also have attack from pathogens. In actual, these are some ways to these are some ways which are followed by plants to protect themselves from their enemies. But when we plug them out, or when we directly consume that, they will enter in our digestive system and badly impact to our body. So if we talk about the plants, these are the protective measures to protect them from the enemies. But if we talk with respect to human body, for us they are anti-nutritional factors, right? Is it point clear or not? Yes, they is there any benefit to them? Yes, they have benefit. Okay, these are like their protective agents which protect them from their enemies. Anti-nutritional factors are phytates, goitrogens, oxalates, and we have oxalates, goitrogens, phytates. We talk about trypsin inhibitors, and we will have a separate session related to this. Muskan, we will have a separate session where we will discuss about all the anti-nutritional factors. Should we proceed forward? Shall I proceed forward? Let me discuss about overview of nutraceuticals and function foods. Is there any doubts, or everything is clear to you? Yes, Muskan, Anmol, Chandra Prakash, is there any doubt left, or everything is clear to you? Shall I proceed forward? Okay. Let us discuss about overview of nutraceuticals and function foods. What are nutraceuticals? Nutraceutical is a term which consists of two terms. One is nutrition and another one is pharmaceuticals. That means these are the food components, and these are the foods. From them we will get nutrients, as well as they have some medicinal properties also. For example, we consume citric fruits. I am giving you an example. Yeah, nutraceuticals, they have therapeutic properties and able to cure some disease like folic acid, omega 3. Very good, Sunil. And we have citric fruits. We consume citric fruits. They give us nutrition. They give us vitamin C, and on the other hand, they act as an antioxidant also. They help to boost up our immune system, right? A food with extra benefit, and the benefit the food have is related with the medicine, or is related with the immune system. It is related to boost up our immune system, or to protect us from, or to cure some disease what we can have. Okay. Probiotics and prebiotics are example. What is the difference between probiotics and prebiotics? Chandra Prakash, this is a very important point, or you just write a very important term. What is the difference between probiotics and prebiotics? Okay, clear the concept or clear the point, then I'll explain what is the major difference between probiotic. This is very important term actually. There is very minor difference between two, prebiotics and probiotics, right? Let us discuss this thing very carefully. No, probiotics and prebiotic का difference. Yes, probiotics are health beneficial bacteria. Means these are the bacteria which are beneficial for your health. Whereas when we talk about prebiotics, these are the components, or when we talk about prebiotics, these are the bacterial strain. These are the bacterial strains. Okay, wait a second. When we talk about probiotics, pro and pre, let us talk about the difference between these two terms. When we talk about probiotics, these are the living strains of bacteria that add to the population of good bacteria in our digestive system, right? And when we talk about prebiotics, these are plant fibers or plant nutritive components that act as food for the good bacteria. That means prebiotics are used to add nutritive value to our food, whereas when we talk about probiotics, these are the stains of bacteria. These are the stains of good bacteria that can grow in your digestive system, that can grow in your stomach, but they will not have any negative impact to your health. Whereas when we talk about prebiotics, these are specialized plant fibers that act as food for the good bacteria, and in the same way, they will add nutrition value to our food or their food as well. Is it point clear? Is everything is clear to you? Okay, now you can write the definitions, right? Now let us move to the other point. Probiotic, acidophilus, milk, bifidus, milk, Bulgarians, buttermilk, or prebiotics are oligosaccharides. Prebiotics are the plant nutrients. Prebiotics are the plant nutrients. Very good. Prebiotic are the plant nutrients, and probiotics are the bacterial strain like acidophilus. Lactobacillus acidophilus is for milk, and bifidus milk we drink. Bulgarian buttermilk is, and this one is also used to produce cheese, even though, right? Hmm. Sunil has given the example, and these examples are very good example. When we talk about prebiotics, Muskan, these are oligosaccharides, what we can say, and these are plant nutrients, what we can say, which are consumed by bacteria, which are consumed by beneficial bacteria. Or about prebiotics, we can say these are the components which can be utilized to add nutrition value to the food, right? These are the plant fibers which add nutrition value in your diet even. Okay. Now let us talk about functions food. What are function foods? When we talk about function food, what is the meaning of function food? Can anyone clear what are function food? Is there anyone who can define function food? So, functional foods are the foods that offer health benefits beyond their nutritional value, right? These are the food items like we have fortified food items with vitamin, minerals, probiotics, and fibers. So, these are the food items that offer health benefits beyond their nutrition value. Even though they have nutrition value also, but they are important to your health also, in the way they respond to your immune system, in the way they respond to the bacteria or the harmful bacteria that can interfere with your respiratory system or your digestive system, right? So is it point clear or not? We consume fortified food items. Fortified food items are in the category of functional foods. We consume some like we consume kiwi. If a person is suffering from dengue fever, what doctor recommend, you should consume kiwi fruit, you should drink coconut water or goat milk. Why? Because as they are adding the nutritive value to your diet, and on the other hand they are benefiting your health also. Okay, the functional foods are the food items which have multiple functions to carry out. Protein are functional foods because protein are consist of amino acids. Amino acids have a role to play in your in the development of your genetic material, right? And on the other way, they respond to the functioning, to the functioning of nucleus also in the cell. Is it point clear to you or not? Let's say when we talk about proteins, what the main thing, what the main reason of consuming protein rich diet is, protein give us body build, protein diets give our bodybuilding foods, right? So they help in the development of your muscles. As functional food, when you consume protein, they will help in the repair of the muscle tissues. Okay, when you have any muscle injury, so this protein rich diet will help you to get nutrients, and in the same way in the repairance of your muscle tissues. Okay. And one thing is, what are fortified food items? These all things will be discussed in later sections actually. Today we are going to discuss syllabus first thing. So let us cover the syllabus first. From tomorrow onwards we will discuss all these topics in very detail. Okay. Fortified foods are the food items that have nutrient added to them. They have nutrient value also, and let's say we talk about golden rice. We talk about some food items which do not have actually nutrient value in them. So when we artificially inculcate any nutrient in the food item, they are called as fortified food items, right? When we artificially add any nutrient value to a food item so that its value will be enhanced, then the food item will be considered as fortified food item. Like we have fortified rice, we have fortified wheat, we have fortified rice which is rich in vitamin A. Okay. Genetically modified organism. How is genetically modified organism is different? Muskan, this is very good question. You people are completely ready for the session, huh? You people are absolutely ready for with your preparations. Very good to know that. Genetically modified organisms are genetically modified crops are the crops in which we adjust all the components so that the nutritive value of a particular crop will be improved. Okay, we just inculcate some genes, we just collect genes from other crops and we just inculcate the gene which is beneficial. Like we create dwarf varieties of rice with multiple bunch multiple bunch that so that we will have a maximum yield of rice with minimum damage, or our stubble will be less. Is that point clear? Let's We will discuss about genetically modified organisms and genetically modified crops in the session when we will discuss about functional foods and fortified foods. Now let us discuss about next topic. What is next topic? Genetically modified crops and fortified products. Read the definition, read the question again, you will get the answer yourself. Fortified products, these are the processed products. Genetically modified crops, these are the field crops. Do you get the point now? As the point is clear to you. Now the next topic is, which we will discuss, is overview of food contaminants. That means these are some components which can spoil your food. So they may be microorganisms, or they may be some chemical components. Chemical components which can spoil your food. So these are considered as food contaminants. And adulterants which are added to the food intentionally. Adulterants are added to the food intentionally. Why they are added to the food? To get the maximum output with minimum investment. So some industrialists who are dealing with food processing industries, they just do it for some of their selfish motive, or to get maximum output, etc., etc. And their effect on human health, they have very bad impact, you know that. After festival season, people have most of the people have their indigestion problems. They just consume laxatives. Most of the people have dehydrate dehydration problem like diarrhea, because of the consumption of food which are adulterated with animal fat, or we can say argemone seeds are added in mustard seeds. Okay. Next are food allergens and allergencity. What is the meaning of allergencity? Allergencity is the capacity to induce allergens specific antibodies in susceptible individuals. What are food allergens? Like we talk about lactose intolerance, we talk about lactose intolerance. Some people have problem of lactose intolerance. Some people have problem of gluten intolerance. What does it mean? Some people cannot digest lactose. What is lactose? Lactose is a sugar present in milk. Some people have problem in digesting this sugar. So the problem which is caused by the food, even to some problem, these food components are known as food allergens. Okay, like lactose intolerance we talk about gluten intolerance. So gluten is a component which is present in wheat. Some people have problem in digesting this component. Some people have problem in digesting this component. Is it point clear to you? Next is next is importance of diet in alleviating health risk. Which kind of diet one should consume so that he will not have, or he will not face any health risk, especially non-communicable disease. Like non-communicable disease are not, you will say ma'am, lung cancer, you will say ma'am, renal failure, uh, problem in your cardiovascular system. How these problems are developed in certain individuals, these problems are related with their behavior. Like some people are habitual or addicted of consuming alcohol on daily basis, and some people are chain smokers. This is their behavioral factor which can further lead to non communicable disease. If that person if that person will change these behavioral habits, he will not face this non-communicable disease. So how importance or improvement in your diet can alleviate this health risk, can decrease this health risk. And we talk about biological factors. What are biological factors which can lead to non-communicable disease? These are biological factors which can lead to non-communicable disease are increase in blood sugar level, increase in increase in lipid or fat content in your diet, increase in protein, increase in insulin, and increase or decrease in blood pressure. So these are some biological factors which will further lead to some non-communicable disease which will be chronic to that particular person. That means that disease will affect to very long time, right? All these points will be discussed in the section that will be biochemistry. Okay, these are some points, these are the topics which will be dealt from tomorrow onwards, and all these topics are covered in a major heading, that is principles and basics of food chemistry and their role in human nutrition. All these topics we can't say individually, but overall this topic will cover 10 questions in your exam of Central Food Safety Officer and Technical Officer. Now let us move to the next point, that is food microbiology and general principles of food hygiene. What are the major principle one should follow? What are the major principle one should follow? uh, and what is food microbiology? Basically, food microbiology is that branch of science in which we deal or we study about microorganisms. So first topic would be about general principles of microbiology, where we will discuss about all the categories of microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, algae, viruses that can cause problem or that can be beneficial even. Then we will discuss about foodborne pathogens. Means to say, what are pathogens? Pathogens are disease causing organisms. And what are foodborne pathogens? These are the pathogens which are associated with food even. Okay, all these things will be discussed here. Uh, Wait a second. Yes, cholesterol causing atherosclerosis, these all things will be covered actually in the last session. Non-communicable disease will deal with all these things. Yes, gluten is allergen component to the health, where we can see it backside of the food components. Gluten example in wheat mostly. Roti, yes, roti also. How many of you can speak Hindi? Uh, how many of you can speak Hindi even? Say yes or no. How many of you can understand Hindi? Abhinay, okay. Sunil. So why don't you guys enroll in the Hindi batches or bilingual batches? Answer me. Let us discuss. From tomorrow onwards, your batches will be there. Okay, we will discuss all the topics. Yeah. Under gram positive and gram negative are there several microorganisms. Yes, Chandra, absolutely right. So from tomorrow onwards, first topic will be your structure and function of micro and macronutrient. We will discuss all these nutrients, their all categories. After that, we will discuss their structure and function. Okay. From tomorrow, is there any book we can follow? Um, Actually, you have to refer a lot of books if you want to prepare well for FSSAI food science portion, because there is no separate book even, right? uh, you have to cover a biochemistry session from one book. You have to cover your microbiology session from another book, and for food processing and preservation you have to refer another book. So you can buy the ebook or the comprehensive guide available on other 24/7 store, right? There you will get all the compilations. There you will get all the compilations associated with this particular exam. Do NCRT have these topics? NCRT of which class you are asking? Anmol Verma. Hmm. Okay, Muskan. Okay, I got your point. Yeah, this batch will be enough for food science, Muskan. This batch will be enough for food science. All your syllabus, all the topics I had discussed today will be covered from today, or we can say from tomorrow. We will discuss all the topics. I'm just uh, this is a brainstorming, or we can say this is a ice breaking session. From tomorrow all these things will be go very smoothly, because you know me and I know you guys. So from tomorrow the things will be more smooth, right? Is there any food product which cannot be adulterated? This depend upon the industry which is dealing with the food, which is dealing with the processing of particular food item, because human interference in the development of food items is much more. 6 to 12 is not sufficient. Let me clear you one thing. If you are thinking that NCRT books of 6 to 12 will be sufficient for food science portion, no, these will not be sufficient, because in 6 to 12 you just get the introductory session, or you just get the definition of basic terms. Here you have to deal a major portion, or all the section which are important for the exam. I'll cover previous year question papers also, so that you will get what kind of question will be asked from a particular topic. So don't be worried about that. Huh? Yes, recorded videos will also be available in 24 to 48 hours. From there, you can clear all the doubts. And from tomorrow onwards, you will get your PDFs, because today we had discussed only syllabus. So I don't think there's a need to share the PDF of today's session. Yeah, master level syllabus, or there is in eligibility criteria even that is mentioned, you have to be master in a particular section, so that you will be eligible for the exam. Okay, so let us end today's session now. We'll meet tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. We'll meet tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. and we will discuss about role and structure and function of micro and micronutrient. So have a nice day, enjoy yourself, all the very best, and take care.